Hi, I'm here at the Royal Palace of St. Lawrence with my good friend Yvonne. And so it was actually, the pictures I saw online does not do us justice, because you can see how big and laid out this is. The town is up the way there, but you can see how it just dominates the whole thing, and it is so large. Typically when I take a photo of someplace in panoramic mode, I can capture all of it, but I can't. I only capture part of it. So we're gonna go inside here. We're gonna get our tickets and we're gonna tour this complex, and let's get this done. Let's take a quick view of the basilica here. So that's the entrance. Look at the skies and scale of this place. I'm gonna walk forward. Apparently there's 42 side altars here. And I know what that is over there. That's the main altar, but that is for Tenebrae right there. I know that Candelabra. But look at this, the organ, the dome, and back. Go forward here a little more. And the Blessed Sacrament is probably in a side chapel, given the number of visitors here, or may not be present at all. They still use this space for liturgical purposes. Going backwards here. But the space is extremely cool and refreshing. So, talk to you later. This is the Grand Imperial Staircase, and I just want to look and show you the frescoes that are here. But I can imagine this grand entrance coming up here, splitting off and going in each direction. But yes, this is what I also want to show you. Come down here. Once again, impressive space. But this is the cloister right here, where the monks would come, and apparently this is the cloister they would walk and pray and read and reflect, and per the audio guide. But it goes all the way around, and it's a very grand structure that way and that way. But the interesting thing is they have various biblical scenes painted on the walls. But over there on that end and over there, and on that end and over there, it looks like paintings, but apparently these are triptychs, meaning they're able to open them up and then put an altar there for various religious purposes. So they had additional altar spaces down here for part of the liturgical year. So let's go ahead and continue the tour. Now, this is the chapter house space, and I just want to show you how lovely this is. This is where the monks would discuss business. And it's a painting by Titian, once again. And come out through here. Then you walk through this entrance here to the other side. And that's the El Greco, the martyrdom of a given saint. And apparently this didn't meet with, that painting didn't meet with standards of the Counter-Reformation and the Council of Trent. So it couldn't be put in the church, but it's put elsewhere. But this is the other side of the chapter house. And one quick note, this right here is the symbol used for the monastery for St. Lawrence, since it's the shape of a grill, which is how St. Lawrence died, was he was grilled over fire to death. So this leads down into the crypt. Okay, this space here is the place where the male children of the king who didn't become king themselves are buried. It's basically like an equivalent to the chapel of the princess here. So these are all male, no females, but all males who had positions here in Spain but didn't become king. So here's this space right here. And this was added in the 1800s, more space here. And then in front of us here, this is the chapel of the princes as well, but these are all male princes that died before hitting puberty. So these are post-puberty, and this is pre-puberty. But once again, this was all built in the 1800s. That's why it looks so much more modern and much more refined than some of the other things we've seen. So let's continue. Okay, I'm about ready to enter the area where the kings are buried, and there's no photography per the sign here. So this is the Hall of Battles, which is one of the longest halls here at the Palace Complex. And we just came from around the corner. There was like the king's chambers where he was, through some dining common spaces, then through the queen's chambers, and here. So apparently this is where ambassadors and dignitaries would have to pass through before having an audience with the king or queen. And you can look outside again here, and it's impressive. But this just gives you an idea of the spaces involved. But what I find very fascinating is the same motifs and artistic styles of the residency there in Munich. But it kind of makes sense because these folks here were part of the Holy Roman Empire, and they were Holy Roman emperors, which makes kind of sense. It kind of ties to the residency where you had also the kings of Bavaria were also Holy Roman emperors at one time, and the Holy Roman emperors actually stayed in part of the residency complex in Munich. So it all kind of ties together, similar artistic styles, motifs, given a certain time frame and time period.